What's up, gang? It's your boy Saucy Rossi, the Canadian king of backyard barbecue, and I smoked a brisket low and slow, using the foil boat method in my offset smoker. And you better believe we developed bark, beautiful smoke ring, rendered intermuscular fat. Guys, this one was juicy, tender, and delicious. So if you love barbecue, go ahead, hit those buttons and like and subscribe. Let's start from the very beginning. I picked up this delicious brisket from Costco and it was only $95. I was really excited about that. I mean, the price of brisket is very expensive. They're normally like $150 or more dollars. So when I saw this for only $95, I instantly grabbed it. I actually reached over some random guy to grab it, like jumped right in front of him and was like, "That's mine." Anyway, so I brought it home, pulled it out of the cryovac, and I'm just going to trim it up. Now, when you're trimming a brisket, it's all about aerodynamics. You know, that offset smoker or any kind of smoker, like a pellet smoker, even if you're doing this on a charcoal grill with a snake method, one really big thing that's going to be happening is just thermal cooking. Hot air is going to be moving around this piece of meat. And so if you have like chunks that are kind of hanging off, little edges that air can catch onto, those will become little crispy ends or like burnt pieces. So by making it aerodynamic and trimming it down like this, you're going to get the best possible cook. I know it's not totally required, 100%. You can just throw the brisket on, but you will get better results if you cook it this way. So I'm trimming down the fat cap. That's super important, but you need to be extremely careful. I'm going to make a mistake here shortly that I will very much so point out, and we'll discuss everything about that. And it has to do with the flat. But for now, we're just going to keep trimming off that silver skin on the bottom. You don't have to go too crazy here because we're going to smoke this for like 14 hours. So that silver skin would technically break down. But guys, right here, this is what's important, is on that top fat cap, we want to bring it down to roughly a 1/4 inch, okay? Now, currently, I'm going down and right here, this is the mistake I made. I went too thin. I went too close, and you can see I created a little pocket on the top of my flat. Huge mistake. That's going to be staring us in the face the entire time this thing's on the offset smoker. But the reality is, it's really not that big of a deal. This brisket still cooked perfectly. It was still delicious. It was a 10 out of 10. But it's important that you just be mindful. Having that extra piece of fat there will really help just protect the meat, render it down, and also allow, as it kind of renders, to melt over the beef. Anyway, all right. I always recommend this because it's extremely hard to over salt a brisket. Start by doing a dry salt brine using kosher salt overnight in your refrigerator. Personally, I think it's a huge win when you do this on brisket. Then the next morning, once you pull it out, wipe off that salt that's remaining, and we're going to go in with some dry rubs. I'm using a sweet Chipotle dry rub and mighty Mesquite combined together to make an unreal bark, along with just a little extra ground pepper because briskets love pepper. If you want to build a really good bark, I will tell you immediately, pepper is your starting point. And the larger the particles are, I'm telling you immediately, like if you have fine grained pepper, that's not what you're looking for. You want coarse grained pepper. Just seriously, guys. Like I think they call it like quarter mesh pepper or something like that. But yeah, you want it nice and thick. Oh, dude, check it out. You want to make sure we're seasoning every side as well. Extremely important. Once you have these dry rubs on there, I like to let it sit at room temperature for about an hour before getting the offset smoker fired up. Now, I'm smoking this low and slow. I'm starting around 200 degrees. Intermuscular fat and collagen renders between 140 and 160. So I like to start my brisket on while my smoker's coming up to temp. let all that extra smoke just pour over top. That's my personal opinion. Whether you agree with it or not is another thing. But look, I like a nice smoky brisket. And by getting it on there a little bit early and just allowing all that colder smoke to roll over, it 100% will start developing bark earlier. It will get that smoky flavor. And guys, it's going to be spectacular. So this is it about 4 to 5 hours in. After about the 3-hour mark, I start hitting it with a little bit of apple cider vinegar if needed. If I'm seeing it looking dry, I give it just a quick spritz, but literally nothing crazy at all. All right, let's talk about that little gash in the top. Oh, okay. So it definitely hinders the bark in that one little spot. It's really not the end of the world. But what you saw me do there was grab the brisket and tilt off all that fat that I had building up on top. It's not the end of the world, but in my opinion, it's the smart choice. By allowing fat to pool right there, you don't allow the smoke to get to that bark. You don't allow it to cling. And unfortunately, that fat will also rinse away just a little bit of your seasoning too on top. But again, guys, it's minimal. Like, you still have delicious slices of brisket. I'll show you at the end here. It really doesn't make that much of a difference. It's just when you're super deep into barbecue and you really want to hit that perfection point. I mean, this thing would have looked glorious without that gash. But as you can still see there, still had bark form on it. It's looking delicious. This thing was smoked for 14 hours total. Now, after about the first hour or so, I kicked it up to about 225 to 250 and left it balanced in that heat zone. And guys, smoking it for about 13 or 14 hours, waiting for it to come up to that internal temperature of 203 degrees before pulling it off is the right choice. Then what I do is I wrap it in butcher's paper. I let it come down to an internal temperature of about 175 degrees, and then throw in that tallow that rendered down, and we're going to put it in the oven overnight. And we're just going to hold it at that stalling point, I think it's called, like 175-ish, and we're just going to let it run. Now, you can keep this in there for a minimum of 4 hours. I went 12. I think allowing it to sit in that 175 degree zone really allows all that rendered fat just to break down even further. Like, talk about juicy, tender, and delicious. This is the final product you're seeing here, guys. And as you can already see, I've got some unreal bark. The burnt ends were spectacular. Look at that smoke ring. Look at all that intermuscular fat rendered down beautifully. Like, talk about juicy, tender, and delicious. This melted in my mouth. I was thrilled with the result. Look at those burnt ends. That's sick. Let's slice into it, man. Holy cow. Talk about delicious. Brisket is one of those like champion items in barbecue that I'm always really excited about. I'm always really excited as well for people still watching my videos this far in. If you're still here, heck yeah, bud. Make sure you comment below what your favorite part of this video was. If you have a specific recipe you'd love to see, also let me know. And don't be afraid to like and subscribe on Instagram and TikTok as well. Guys, I love barbecue. I have a great time with it, and I'm just always out here having a blast. And as you can see here with these brisket burnt ends, I'm stoked. Like, look how simple this just falls apart. Man, oh man, it can bounce. It can hold its own, but you just start tugging it and that thing just falls to pieces. Trust me on that one, guys. Seriously delicious, seriously delectable every time. Thanks so much again for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Remember to smoke yourself a brisket. You deserve it. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.